Hey guys, Centrist. If you've ever been anywhere near the PC building community, you've obviously probably heard the classic meme, download more RAM. The idea is obviously ridiculous, like you can't just download extra physical memory onto your computer. But what if I told you there was a time when people actually believed something like this was possible, and not only that, it was an actual product based around the idea, and thousands of people bought it? Well, buckle up, because things are gonna get weird. Well, back in 1995,
computers were exploding in popularity since
the internet was becoming more mainstream, and the World Wide Web was introducing millions of people to technology. However, while more people were using computers, a lot of them fully didn't understand the technology that was in it.
Like I know what a JPEG is?
And that's when a little program called SoftRAM entered the scene. Released in 1995, SoftRAM essentially promised to double your computer's memory.
So basically at the time, if you had 8 megabytes, it would turn to 16 megabytes. Wow, so much value.
The program came with a disk and a surprisingly detailed instruction manual explaining how it works. According to the manual, SoftRAM would compress your system's memory and fragment into virtual memory.
This basically sounds like a premise of a Black Mirror episode.
The actual program itself is very basic. To show you how much physical RAM your system has, how much virtual RAM SoftRAM provided, and even an option where you can adjust how much memory you want to add. Because obviously, more RAM the better, right? So that leaves a big question. Does it actually work though? After multiple investigations, people discovered that SoftRAM basically did nothing. Like, the settings didn't actually compress your memory, and the program wasn't providing any magical performance boost.
However, one thing SoftRAM did actually do was change your page file.
A quick explanation, the page file is basically a small amount of storage in a computer used as a backup for when it runs out of physical RAM. It can come in clutch in some situations,
But it's not the same thing as actually adding RAM sticks.
and here's the funniest part. You could literally do this for free.
For free!
You don't need to buy some fancy program claiming double your memory. And speaking of buying it, wait, how much does it cost? $80? Bro, you could buy the entire FNAF quadrilogy with this location, the entire Kingdom Hearts collection, and even a burger or a small drink from Burger King for less money than this piece of bloatware. But to understand why SoftRAM got so much attention, you have to look at the time period. In the 90s, RAM was incredibly expensive.
A 16 megabyte stick would literally cost $1,000.
Which, yeah, things haven't changed much today. So imagine being a person who bought a new computer, you're not an expert, and then you see an advertising promise to double your memory for less than the price of actual upgrade. Sounds convincing, right? Well, eventually, SoftRAM completely folded on the pressure. The company behind it faced a ton of lawsuits. Also, they shipped a buggy version of the program while using the Windows branding without Microsoft's permission, so naturally, they weren't thrilled. By 1998, Synchronous filed for bankruptcy. They offered refunds to customers, but only around $10. Yikes. And, like that, SoftRAM disappeared into sans time and tech history. So, in conclusion, why did so many people believe SoftRAM? Because it was basically a procedural product. Basically, if someone installed it and felt like the computer was running better, they naturally connected to the improvement of SoftRAM. And that's what makes SoftRAM an interesting piece of history. It wasn't just a bad product. It was a product of the early days of mainstream computing, where companies realized there was huge audiences of people that wanted it better, but didn't understand the technology behind them.
Into that bathroom. I'm Eilish, the singer.
Yeah, well, I'm more famous than you.
What? Who are you?
I am the Big Chungus.
Oh, it's the Chungus.